What's up, everyone? Me, Rage Cage 20, back in the flesh. Um, we have here Meadows of Heaven, Nightwish, Dark Passion Play album ish. Um, we are back in it. As I mentioned in the last video, which you didn't watch, go watch. It's a cool song. I don't remember much about Meadows of Heaven besides the part where she says Meadows of Heaven. I know I've heard this song before, at least twice, I would say. At least. I don't really remember much about it. Though it does say Streams of Silver, which is a Salvatore book, one of the Dritz Stewart series. I mean, there's not much more to say that. I saw that lyric and I was just like, fuck yeah, Streams of Silver. Anywho, I don't really know what to expect from this one. I don't really have anything to say before it. I think we just jump into this one. It's 7 minutes long. I don't know. I'm trying to come in here with positive thoughts. I remember hearing this one and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. And I don't know if I'm gonna have the same experience. I don't know if I'm gonna like it more, which makes me a little bit nervous, in all honesty. But fuck it, let's dive in and see what we can make of this song. Feels like it's very quiet.
Of awakening, wild honey and dew, childhood games, woods and lakes, streams of silver, toys of olden days, meadows of heaven. Meadows of heaven, flowers of wonder and the hidden treasures in the meadow of life. treasures stay hidden until I see the first star of fall. I fall asleep and see it all. Mother's care and color of the kite. Meadows of heaven, meadows of
Huh. Fuck. Sorry. Cut my mic cord for a second there. I Alright, we got some good, we got some bad that I got here to talk about. Because I want to give it his dues. There's some things in here I really like. There's some things, really only one thing actually that it happened occasionally, but there's only one thing that I didn't really like, if I'm being honest with you. But it was like consistent throughout the whole thing, so that kind of. I think in the beginning, you had that typical double Annette voice, and I don't say typical to speak of negative connotations. It's just and that's what she likes to do on a track, and I like it personally. So when I say typical, I don't mean that as a negative thing. Just noting it. It's something I noticed. I don't remember what she.
honey and dew, streams of silver,
There she is. Yeah.
toys of old.
I like that. It sounds really pretty. Thing the bad. If we want to start with the bad, because that's like one of the first things I put down here. I just put lyrics so far. This is the lyrics. It was the lyrics. I think this one's trying to. I think this one's trying to more paint a picture, tell a story, than focus on the lyrical aspect of everything. I think the lyrics are serving a purpose to tell a story, rather than to flow well, rather than to I'd say meaningful standing alone. They're meaningful when you put it all together with the whole picture. But if you just took these lyrics, some of these lyrics, and separated them, it'd be like, like they standing alone. I feel like they're really weak, but I think they do a strong job at painting a picture, and I feel like giving this song the benefit of the doubt. That's what it's trying to do. Now, Meadows of Heaven here. To me, I'm not good at deciphering what artists are trying to say, but my just first thought reaction is it's just kind of like, I don't know, almost trying to paint a picture of times before, maybe when things were happy or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Just old memories of the past and stuff that nowadays it's like when it's not there, it's sad or whatnot. I don't know. But that second line there, the sin of awakening, wild honey and dew. Just I don't know, some reason just the words wild honey and dew just, I don't know, I feel like it's a weak line. I feel it wasn't delivered really well. I just heard, I was like, just okay. Like, I don't know. The lyrics I would not like a huge fan of. Especially the sailing the waves of past, because like again, as I mentioned, like usually when something doesn't fit what we typically expect in Western music, it doesn't sound good, and I'm usually a proprietor, a fan of like, oh, this is what you expect to hear, so I'm not going to do it. And I can't say that that's a bad thing, because it's just like, I feel like it's wrong to be like, no, we like our things Western, cookie cutter, straightforward, just give it to me standard. So like I feel like it's not a bad thing if you expecting to hear something because you expect it to be a certain way and it's not. But if you look down a 5-year-old heart in a place called home, sailing the waves of past, like I heard heart, I was expecting to hear like art again, like part, sailing the waves apart or something. When I heard past, it was like hey, what? It didn't sound good. It like, and I feel like it's okay to deviate from what we expect to hear, but if you're going to, make it strong, and it just didn't feel strong to me, so it felt like not only did it not follow the mold, but it didn't succeed in breaking the mold either. It felt really weak. It did not feel I don't know, again, I feel like these lyrics are trying to serve a purpose, and that purpose is not what you want to hear. I feel like it's straight up saying like, fuck whatever you're expecting, I'm telling a story, you're going to hear it no matter how it comes out, and I can respect that to a level. It's just when I think of listening to a song again and again and again, if I'm listening, it's like I can appreciate the message, I love the picture, I love everything I'm visualizing, but if it's not something that is going to sound soothing, if soothing to listen to, and something that I'm just gonna be like, yeah, belting this out, singing stuff, like, then I feel like it's like, I respect this song, but I don't want to listen to the song again, and I feel like if you don't want to listen to a song again, it's like, I listened to it once, I'm good. I don't know, that says something to me, but I don't know, that could just be me. I don't know what it is. I want to try to find that here if I can. I actually landed right on it. Well, fuck. I didn't write it down. A little bit.
A 5-year-old winter home in a place called home.
I don't. What I can say, because I've listened to quite a few like vocal teacher reacts, blah 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 stuff. So I have listened, because I would admittedly I don't know much about uh like I don't know much about the deets, the little things that make good vocals good. Um, but I've kind of heard a lot about like syllables and how you say things and stuff like that. So I am learning vocal technique and stuff by watching vocal teachers and stuff. And one thing that I noticed there, because usually you like, you know, something's in the past, you say past. But since she followed it up with heart, you have a very a sound. So she went with past instead of past. So I noticed that. And that I think is, I mean, again, I think Annette's an amazing singer. And as I've been praising throughout here, I think whoever's been writing these, whether it be just Tomas, I didn't look that up, I think it's Tomas, or if he's collabing with Annette, if they're both working on some of these, the writing's amazing, both instrumentally and vocally. This is only the first one that I felt like the lyrics, though. So, I mean, again, they're really good at what they do, and I just, this is something that I noticed there, something I picked up there, with the way she said past. I don't know, there's something, it's almost the way she like almost mutes the word. I don't, let me hear that again.
Sailing the waves of past.
Yeah, I don't. This one line is really getting to me, and I can't figure out why. And I'm trying to figure out why. Because she crescendos with of, and then she really drops back on the word past. And by both changing this, not the syllable, but what's the syllable? I don't know. Changing the way she pronounces the vowel, and also backing off at the same time, to me sounds like it almost mutes the word, and it's just like, okay, let's move past it. Meadows of heaven, we're back. You know, it's just, I don't know, it feels really weak to me, and that's just something I'm not used to with Nightwish. Like, there's not much of Nightwish that to me just sounds weak or not very good, and I think that's maybe why I'm tripping on this lyric so much. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, what else we got here? I noticed a lot. I didn't write any of them down. But you can go listen, if you go listen to Poet and the Pendulum and then listen to the song. There's a lot of, I feel like, not only notes. I can go back. Notes and or rhythms on like the same instrument from that in here, and I don't know if that was, again, I have to assume that was intentional. I assume that they like took little lines, little bits, little segments, a bar or two from that and put it into here. And again, I wish I had a spot where that happened. But you know, I just noticed that. I think one of them, if I can remember, is the da 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 da, right before the dum diggity dum diggity dum diggity dum 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 dum, that part. Right when that kid talks about being raped again and again. Right before that part of poetry. I'm pretty sure that part, the da 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 da, I think that was in here. I think I heard that. And also part of, like, I want to say it's a clarinet that does some of the soloing in there. I think again they brought back what sounds to me like a clarinet. I could be wrong. And I think they have some of the exact same notes from Poet and Pendulum in here, which is cool. I think it's kind of a nice little. I think that's nice writing. I think that's kind of cool if you're listening to the whole album. It's like, wait, those are the, you know. That's kind of cool to be like, they took that from this one and put it in, kind of like in the Blood album with the very first intro song. They took bits and words and stuff from that, and then put it into the Blood Legion song, which is like, this is really cool. If you're listening to the whole album, it's like, it's a callback. I remember that. Yeah, so I like that. I like that. I ain't got nothing against that. I think that's cool. Toy Soldier. I just wrote Toy Soldier. You may have saw me get all weird when you said that. Because like I can understand the lines. Rocking chair without a dreamer, got it. Wooden swing without a laughter. Like you expect kids pushing each other. Wooden swings, you expect there to be laughter. Sandbox without toy soldiers. Like I'm picturing those little green toy soldiers. You know, those little, like, you know what I'm talking about, those little army figures and stuff. Way back in the day. I don't know. I mean, I never had a sandbox. My neighbor had a sandbox when I was younger. Like 2 doors down. That was in, but like, I guess that makes sense. Like, you know, you can reenact a beach scene with them and stuff. But I'm just imagining losing these tiny ass little toy soldiers in the sand. Like you just sit in the sand, getting poked with a fucking green bayonet up the ass. Like it doesn't sound like a good idea. Like it sounds like you're gonna lose those motherfuckers and and then get stabbed by your foot with them, because those things were pointy. Like those fuckers were pointy. So that just doesn't sound like a good idea. That just threw me when I read that. I was throwing that out there. I didn't know that was a thing. But then again, I never had a sandbox, and I didn't know many people that had sandboxes. So guitar solo was fucking clean. It was awesome. And last 2 things is we're talking about good here. Closing out with good. The guitar solo was awesome. Around 450. I love the call and response between the vocal line and the violin. Noticed that. I thought that was really cool. She'll say something, then the violin will say something. Hear that again. Hear that again. Every time she says something, the violin will answer her. It's a really cool effect. I like that.
Treasures stay hidden until I see the first.
It's almost like it's taking a little bit of her melody that she's singing. It adds a little bit in that, but then it changes parts of it. So like you can get, it's almost like just answering and using part of her question to answer, and that's cool. That's a really cool musical effect there. I like that. And when she was finishing it up with her Meadows of Heaven, which on the lyrics it said fading, it didn't sound like they faded. Didn't sound like her saying Meadows of Heaven faded. Maybe they, I don't know. And also it sounded a lot like Lion King. I'm not gonna lie. Well, when you had that other girl and guy coming in every now and then, it sounded like He Lives in You or Circle of Life. When you had those people that would just like yell out words in Swahili every now and then. It sounded a lot like that. Like it sounded like something straight out of Lion King. It's fascinating. But yeah, there's really right around here when she's singing, just keeps singing Meadows of Heaven. The first 2 especially had a lot of good energy, a lot of good emotion behind it.
Until I see.
Oh, I didn't actually push the button. That would help.
Meadows of heaven. Meadows of heaven.
There's I just feel a lot of energy and a lot of emotion in those lines, which is a way to do it. And then all of a sudden, Lion King shows up, and I don't know if the male voice is Marco. It kind of sounds like him a little bit, but yeah, it was it's funny. Overall, I didn't hate it. And I liked aspects of the song. Again, I really like the instrumentation's always amazing, especially in this album. But I don't think there's ever been instrumentation from Nightwish that I haven't liked. It's been they're really good writers. So of course the instrumentation was amazing. There's some really good vocal stuff and just musical stuff in general that they did through here. I just didn't care for the lyrics. Like I understand the purpose of the lyrics. It didn't do it for me, personally. So I want to give it a failing grade, but I honestly, it would for me personally, this is probably going on as like a C or C plus. You know what I mean? Like a 7.5 is kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't know. It's just me personally. Just the lyrics just didn't do it for me. That kind of really brought down the song, for me personally. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. I'm just gonna keep leaning. I'm gonna keep leaning in. I'm gonna Michael Jackson lean this. Let me know your opinions. Let me know your opinions. I would love to hear if you disagree with me. What does this song do for you? What does this song make you think of? Like, does this take you back to when times were simpler, before the world was trying to kill itself and everyone fucking hated each other? Does this song make you cry when you hear it? I could see that. I could see all of those. I ain't denouncing the power to which this of the painting which the song is putting out there. But let me know. I'd love to have a conversation about it. So, thank you all so very much for joining me. One more song, The Escapist, which I don't know if this is true, but it is saying Japanese version bonus track under in the lyrics here. So, and just sort of reading the first line, I think I've heard the song before. I don't ever remember hearing the song before, but I remember these words. So we'll see together if I actually heard the song or not. So I'll see you next time.